It began, as most royal firestorms do, with an inflammatory tabloid exclusive. Just days after the world was still coming to terms with Prince Harry's shocking paternity revelations, the British media awoke a fresh maelstrom by, exclusively, reporting that King Charles III was considering stripping Meghan Markle of her Duchess of Sussex title. The allegations sparked immediate furor on both sides of the Atlantic. For Meghan's ardent supporters and those mistrustful of the monarchy's motives, this was further evidence of the royals' vindictiveness towards the biracial American actress-turned-princess. They claimed it was blatant retaliation for the various affronts and embarrassments the runaway royals had inflicted on the firm. But to monarchists and palace allies, it represented a justifiable recalibration and reassertion of the Windsor's line in the sand. It had been 3 years since Meghan and Harry's acrimonious Megxit from their royal duties. Their lucrative media tear against the firm and unauthorized biography releases had already strained family ties to a gossamer. Now the news that Meghan was launching an extremely lucrative domestic product brand and media empire under the guise of her royal duchess titles was simply a bridge too far for the couple's unrepentant cashing in. The Duchess of Sussex has unilaterally begun operating as a private celebrity entrepreneur while still attempting to trade on the equity of her royal titles, a senior palace aide decreed to the press. She's pursuing solo commercial interests completely unbecoming of coronated royalty. Her attempted fiduciary ventures at this stage undermine the institutional integrity we're trying to restore within the modern monarchy. There will have to be a reckoning over her and Harry's unprecedented misconduct. Just like that, the latest front in the Windsor's uncivil war was decreed. Battle lines were drawn through embittered public discourse and raging social media trenches. Was stripping Meghan's Duchess the righteous moral stance of defending the crown's sanctity? Or an imperialist overstep from the white-led palace patriarchy hell-bent on punishing their biracial truth-telling turncoats? The Sun's royal reporters delighted in excavating embarrassing details of Meghan's corporate brand play. They revealed how she had quietly filed official trademark paperwork for a new global production company and line of homeware products and clothing, all bearing the dubious Duchess moniker and insignia. Page 6 published scathing op-eds criticizing her cashing in on the very royal titles she had so loudly scorned. Meanwhile, American celebrity newsers like TM's feuded with pro-Meghan progressive networks over white privilege allegations between racist, media neo-colonialists. Of course, no Markle story would be complete without gratuitous commentary from her estranged Markle family members. Her Duchess-hating half-sister wasted no time collecting fresh airtime paychecks by piling on tawdry outrage to the media over Meghan's totally unacceptable and self-centered commercialization of the monarchy. Even Piers Morgan temporarily ceased his Andrew fatigue to join the Meghan muckraking, railing against her grossly inappropriate get-rich-quick scheme crassly pulling royal equity into the corporate muck. #Abolish the Duchess trended worldwide on Twitter for days as Republicans, monarchists, and liberal progressives each saw the dogpile as justified comeuppance for their differing resentments over the alleged Duchess of Defiance. Through it all, the firm employed its sullen disciplinarian, doubling down on a hardline stance of studied indignance. All former working members of the royal family are subject to the same outgoing commitments to not trademarking or profiting off of institutional titles, another palace adjutant scolded the press. Failure to comply puts the crown in a position of having to re-evaluate that application. The subtext was clear: any further pursuit of Meghan's Duchess-branded capitalist play would result in a permanent commercial divorce from the firm's monarchical brand, by revoking her hard-won HRH status altogether. It was the royal family's highest shelf punishment.